Joseph, Joseph,
Yes, sir.
can you take us through what we did yesterday? A summary. Just walk us through what we did yesterday.
Okay, sir. So yesterday we talked about the African religious system.
Mm-hmm.
So yesterday we talked about the African religious system,
Okay.
and it was about the so,
Yeah, Joseph, I'm here. I'm listening.
it was about the African religious system. We talk about the supreme being,
Mm-hmm.
the divinities,
One.
the we talk about the divinities,
Mm-hmm.
and you said the divinities is the creator of everything. He seek everything. He
No.
oversees everything. So some of the ethnic groups call him Onyankopon, especially this is for the Francis, and
So
the
the
Ewe call him Mau.
so the supreme being is not in the rank of the divinities.
Ah, sir, the supreme being comes before the divinities.
That yes, that's fine. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and you talk about the divinities too.
Mm-hmm.
Then we went to the deities.
Mm-hmm.
After the deities, we
We
went to the
said that
ancestors.
we said the deities are who, or what?
Say,
What did you talk about the deities?
say the deities are the things that people went and seek to protect
Okay,
themselves.
so the man-made objects.
Okay, yes, sir.
Okay,
So, and you talk about the ancestors,
okay,
and the ancestors are the people who have died, but it is not anybody that become an ancestor.
mm-hmm.
It is someone who died at a ripe age and also live a good life
Mm-hmm.
and bear children.
Mm-hmm.
And you also talk about the mystical powers,
Okay, all
and
right.
you went to
Mm-hmm.
session two too.
Mm-hmm. Section 2 talks about the cosmology, that is the division of the
Yes,
world
of the
in two
universe
parts: the physical world
and the
and the
spiritual world.
spiritual world. And it also gives us a brief history about how the world was originated and our various ethnic groups and culture and whatever values also originated. Okay, so that's a bit about session 2. It's not that plenty over there. Then we came to session 3.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. So that's okay. Let Clement continue from session 3. Give us a summary. Clement, are you there?
Hello, good morning, sir.
Yeah, Clement. Uh-huh.
Please,
So give us a summary. Yeah, start from session
yeah,
3.
please, I couldn't join the class yesterday. I just waited from the hospital.
Oh, okay. Sorry then. Amwa, yesterday you were with us. So give us a summary from session 3.
All right, so with the section three, um, it was talking about the religious organizations and institutions in Africa,
Okay.
and with the religious organizations, uh, we were told that it's a group of people who have common characteristics and they've come together to perform um, common religious activities. And an example you gave was the church.
Okay.
Yes, and then we also talk about the religious institution, where you said it's it refers to a group which is established to serve a particular interest or promote um, a particular cause or particular program. And that one, for example, was churches and Islamic centers and traditional shrines. Right. And we also talk about the types of religious organizations. Uh, you said some of them were the church, denomination, the sect, and then the courts.
Okay.
Mm, yes. So you with the church, you said it's a group of people who have been called out of purpose or to fill a mission.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, a community of believers who have been called to fulfill a mission or a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Then, as for the denomination, it is a large group of religious organizations
Mm-hmm.
uh, who have the same tradition or they use the same name and they have similar identity or beliefs. So,
Okay.
examples of denominations we have the Roman Catholic Church, Anglican, etc. Then, when we talk about sects, it's just a subset of the denomination.
Okay.
Mm, the subset of the denomination, and then the court is the court. It's that one too is like the set, but uh, as for them, they are originated outside the mainstream of the religious tradition. So it's a similar to the set, but there is a slight difference. Hmm. So that is what.
We said that the court, they haven't
Mhm,
broken away. They remain with the larger group. Okay.
mhm. Okay,
Yes. For the set, they break away and form another group.
okay.
But the
It's
court
like a
remain.
movement. It's like a movement.
Exactly. They will still continue to remain, but become or force an alliance against or great odds against
Okay,
the denomination or the society.
okay.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Then
Okay,
great. Great. So continue to follow the lectures and let's see what happens. Okay,
okay,
so
sir.
let's continue from session 6. So session 6 is just giving us how we can create a social order, that is a meaningful social order in the society. How do we create, or how do we make sure that the society is harmonized, everything is going on well, everybody is living at peace? So how do we create a good social order for the development? Oh, Bema, please go to mommy. Go to mommy, I beg. Yes, go to mommy. And so how do we create a very good environment for development to thrive in our various society? So creating a new social order in Africa. Now, why do they use that heading, creating a new social order in Africa? Before now, Africa has been very chaotic. Africa has been very, very, very chaotic in terms of peace. There's fighting everywhere. There's economic everywhere. It continues to happen. We haven't been economically liberated. We are still under the influence of the Europeans and then the Americans. Okay, there's no order in terms of peace. Politically, we haven't gotten up there to be able to well structure our things and then do the things as we wish to do them by ourselves. Africa is still being controlled by the Europeans. They still order what we do, they order our steps, and interfere in everything we almost do as an Africans. So this book is seeking to what do we do? What can we do to bring ourselves into that new order where we can handle our own affairs, we can avoid wars, we can emancipate ourselves from economic hardship. This is what this unit is all about. So it talks about what are the causes of Africans underdevelopment. What causes Africans underdevelopment? Now, the number one thing we look at it is ignorance. Ignorance. Now, take note. Please start. I want you to get a piece of paper or a book and then take note of these ones. So, we are, first of all, before we look at how we will create that new social order, we are looking at what causes the event I mentioned earlier, the political unrest, the electoral violence we see all over, more practices, the ethnic conflict and rivalries. We want to look at what causes them. So one, underline it, causes of Africans underdevelopment. So you say that the number one cause is ignorance. When leaders of state fail to invest in education in order to provide good quality education for their people, the uneducated ones cannot contribute meaningfully towards the country's development because of lack of scientific ideas. This will ultimately lead to poverty. So this is how far African has been. Ignorance. People do not know their right from left. So they were ordered by the few people in the society who has money, power to do things they wish not to do because of little things they do for them. Okay. But if we had quality education provided by the heads of state and we all attended school, okay, got ourselves educated, knew the things that could disrupt the peace of the society, and all of us moved away from that. Okay, Africa will experience peace. People will not do things that they are not supposed to do. But because of ignorance, people do not know. Okay, and if they know, out of poverty, people are influenced to do things that ordinary, if they are not poor, they wouldn't. Okay, or if they are educated, well educated, and know that these little things go against the development of the society and people as a whole, they wouldn't venture doing them. Okay, but because people are ignorant of the things around, they follow others blindly, or others misuse them, manipulate them to do things that ordinary, if they were not in that state, they wouldn't dare to do. So that is the first thing we discuss, ignorance. And it boils down to education. When people do not know, okay, what is good and what is bad, or when people are being faced with challenges, especially poverty, okay, they are manipulated to do things that ordinary they wouldn't have done. So that is the first one. Now, we move on to inter-ethnic conflict. Inter-ethnic conflict. Until recently, and even up to date, look at what is happening in the north. So it's a crystal example of what we are talking about. Inter-ethnic conflict. There is always conflict between ethnic groups in Africa, especially in Ghana. So Boko and then those people fighting there. This is inter-ethnic conflict. Now, under this circumstance, there could not be any development, or there cannot be any development, because the things even Ghana, the state heads of state decides to put there, being educational structures, okay, health infrastructures, okay, social infrastructures. Out of this conflict, it is likely that they will destroy everything that is put under their care. All right. And normally, if you go into details to look at what causes this conflict, there are minute things that ordinary people who are educated, people who are doing well, will not waste their time on them. Okay. So the accounts have a proverb. They say that, so obi ni hwea, okay, so omai say krana and energy, because he doesn't have anything. If you say that fire should consume all of us, he's happy because he doesn't have anything. But if you own a mansion out there, you have a business out there, when fire starts consuming and coming towards where your mansion or your business is, you begin to look for solutions as how we can quench it. Okay. But if the people do not have anything, they are uneducated, they are ignorant, when these things are happening, they will rather join that let's kill everybody, because they cannot suffer whilst others enjoy. I hope you are following. So that is inter-ethnic conflict. Inter-ethnic conflict or rivalries is another cause of underdevelopment in Africa. It can be drawn from states like Rwanda, where there was ethnic conflict between the Hutus and then the Tutsi, leading to the loss of many lives. In Ghana, there has been periodic ethnic conflict between the people of Nkonya and Alavanyo in the Volta region, and between the Kokumba and the Nanumba in the northern part of Ghana, which lead to destruction of life and property. I hope it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Good one. Now, what is the next cause of Africans or Ghana's underdevelopment? Electoral malpractices or violence. Yesterday, if you all followed the news, you heard that there's it's not the by-election in proper, but they are electing candidates for the by-election in East. Is it East? Ayawaso East. You heard it.
Yes, sir. I also East.
Okay. So what happened?
Sir, the NDC parliamentary candidate
Mm-hmm.
was sharing boiled egg and television set,
Mm-hmm.
which led to the
So
destruction of the.
this good one. This is part of the ignorance we are talking about. Now, if you were part of this delegate, well educated, you are doing well, you are doing your business, you have a work to do. All right. Will you, okay, make a decision to elect a leader, okay, because of 32 inches television, boiled egg, and what again? There was another. Okay. These are all electoral malpractices. Why do you have to buy vote using a 32 inches television when you can express your competence? Tell the people what you can do for them. And over the years, what happened is that they have promised the people good things, they have failed to deliver. So now the people have also advised themselves. Okay, so give me something, because when I know, or I know that when you go there, you are not going to do anything meaningfully to improve my life. So before you get there, let me get what I can get from you, so that when you go there and you don't do anything, nobody complains. That's exactly what is happening. Other than that, how on earth will somebody pack 32 inches television and then ask delegate to go for them, to go and vote for you? What it then means is that when you get there, you are not going to do anything to better the lives of these people, because you have already given them their reward and they have also taken their reward. So you too, as a delegate, when that person gets there, do not expect that person to do anything meaningful to better your life, because you have also already taken your reward, what you want. This is what is happening in Africa everywhere. Ours is even better than most of the African countries, because normally we don't experience wars, fights in Ghana after our elections, except the last 8 years. Then when after the elections, some people were shot in Techimai, and then some few areas they died, about 8 of them. Okay, thankfully, the last election, we did not hear of any bloodshed. Okay, but these things continue to creep in our body of politics, buying votes, influencing delegates, influencing people with small things. Boiled egg. How much is an egg? 2 or 3 cedis. The whole crate is about 50 or 60 cedis. That if somebody, you could be influenced with an egg, boiled egg, then you do it, the highest form of ignorance. Okay, so this is what is happening. Now 2 or 3, religious conflict. Religious conflict. Religious conflict have always contributed to Africans' underdevelopment. Okay, in most cases, it happens between Christians and Muslims, and others too between Muslims sect, like the Al-Sunnah and then the Tijani groups. Okay, sometimes too, it is between 2 Christian communities. It happens here, right here in Ghana. Okay, and you see them on social media. Recently, what was happening between this man, I usually forget the name. The Oton Sobolo, your friend is saying.
Philadelphia.
Mr. Adum
Philadelphia,
Chebia.
Adum Chebia, and who? No one Ekon.
Reverend Obofo.
Reverend Obofo. So these are 2 people from the same Christian denomination. Okay, but they are fighting each other because of what? Everybody wants to show that he is powerful than the other. So that is religious conflict. Sometimes you see 2 Muslim communities fighting each other because of a little misunderstanding. So you see that all these things will boil down to ignorance. When people are uneducated, they have little knowledge of the things around them. Little things, okay, get them inflamed, and then they will do everything to make sure that they revenge. Okay, that is ignorance. So religious conflict. So we have talked about ignorance, inter-ethnic rivalry, electoral malpractice or violence, religious conflict, and then last one is corruption. All of them intertwined. So yesterday, what was happening at Ayawaso East? It is a classical example of corruption. That you are inducing people with television X and some amount of money to go and vote for you. That is corruption. The one receiving it is also corrupted. Okay, so the giver and the receiver, they are all at fault, not one person. Because if the person gives and refuses to receive, okay, he cannot continue to push his or her agenda. But once he gives and you are also willing to take, then the 2 sides nobody goes scot-free. So corruption is eating into our nation, and it is one of the things that is killing us, because when a resource is given, okay, to establish or manufacture something for the good of the people, one person can sit on that resource, bribe a few people, give some few people some few notes, and then sit on the whole thing and refuse to do something that will go a long way to benefit society. If the person is supposed to construct about 2 or 3 boreholes to a certain community to elevate them from water crisis, the person produce one, sit on the rest of the money, give few cities to the opinion leaders around, and everybody sit aloof as if nothing is happening. That is what is happening to our nation. Corruption everywhere. Okay, from the utmost top to the bottom, all of us are involved. We cannot say that we are not part of it. All of us. Recently, what have we been seeing? You go to people's offices, you need people from them, a document, or you need them to sign something from you, and they are waiting on you to drop something for a work that they are supposed to do. The work that they are supposed to legally do to assist people. When you go and you want them to assist you, you are looking for you to drop an envelope, put something on their table before they sign or what. Teachers want to go to their promotion. Okay, when they go to their superiors, they want them to pay them. They want a change, they want to change where they are teaching. When they go, their superiors want them to pay something, drop something before they do. So it's everywhere, every corner of our community. All of us are corrupt. You see, pastors respect people who give them money, tokens, than the ordinary person who cannot give him anything. So once those people call on them, they are quick to respond. But you, who have not been giving anything to your pastor, okay, when you are in need or you call your pastor, okay, they will take time to respond to your call or to visit you or to come to you. But when the rich needs them, before they do this, they are already there. Okay, these are all an act of corruption that has crept into our body, our society, and everywhere that we find ourselves as Ghanaians and people in Africa. Please, do you understand? Is there any question you want me to? Any question?
Say no, sir.
Okay. So these are the causes. Now let's look at what can we do, or how do we create the new social order in Africa? Okay. So 1, increase in access of quality education. So put that one down. Increase in access of quality education. Okay. So our leaders must make sure that access to education, okay, for all of Africa, we must all have access to quality education. That will help us, okay, know our left from right, okay, and move us from this ignorant stuff that we are stuck to. So quality education will help us. It will also help address the issue of poverty. And then this little thing that leads to conflict, because you become knowledgeable, you understand issues far more better and look at them as they are. Okay, so number 1, quality education in the whole of Africa, and especially Ghana, is very, very important. When you look at countries around us, why are they not experiencing wars and this type of corruptions like it is happening here? Because they have quality education everywhere. People have learned. Okay. And because of that, they are able to get work to do. People do not manipulate them, because You cannot tell them to do negative stuff and they'll follow you. So quality education is very, very important. That's number one. So quality education access is one. Then 2, intensive public education programs must be introduced to help deal with the issue of religious and ethnic conflict. Intensive public education. Now, why do these people fight? Sometimes, most of the rivalries or the conflict are as a result of one person, okay, who ignorantly did something wrong to the other community and brought the whole community into conflict. Okay, so once we begin to have intensive public education, educate ourselves on the do's and don'ts in the various ethnic groups and societies, okay, and even go ahead to tell people that you cannot repay bad with bad. You cannot repay people who comes with conflict. Okay, now these things will begin to go down. So it is very, very important, intensive public education on religious conflict and ethnic conflict. Sometimes a fowl, one guinea fowl, could lead a whole community into conflict. Our students in the north, if they are here, they will testify those things to us. Now, when people are going to the north, everybody is afraid. Now, you cannot go to the north at night. When everybody is going to the north, now they want to go at daytime and arrive on time because everybody is afraid that you could be attacked. You might not be coming from there, but you can receive the negative actions from the conflict, even though you are coming from somewhere, even not close to the north. Just last Thursday or Friday, my boss had to go to the north. They have to go to Tamale, Boga, and the others to conduct an activity. But they had to leave here early in the morning, like 6, hoping that by 5, by 6, they will be there. All as a result of conflict, which they do not know anything about it. I hope you agree with us. Yes, so it is very, very important. So now we are talking about quality, access to quality education. We are talking about intensive public education programs on conflict and religious conflict. Then 3, inter-ethnic marriages should be encouraged to help people deal with issues of conflict. Inter-ethnic marriages. Okay. Now, what is this idea that if you are an Ewe, you cannot marry an Ashanti? Those days it used to exist. And I'm sure even now, some of you who are educated now, when you meet men and women, you like them, you ask them, where are you coming from? He said, I'm an Ewe or an Ashanti. Depending on where you are coming from, you say, no. Yeah, I don't want to go there. I mean, those days has passed. They were outmoded, archaic ideas that were imprinted in our heads by our fathers and mothers. Now let's encourage ethnic marriages. Because if I am married to an Ashanti, okay, there's no way I'll fight an Ashanti because I have my roots there. My wife or my children may be coming from there. If I'm married to a Voltarian, okay, you will not pick acts against them because your people or your wife, your kids, your husband may be there. So it encourages bonding. Okay, if we intermarry, it encourages bonding because it brings us together as one people. And that is what must be done. Of late, I think it is becoming more better than previously. But previously, it was bad, especially between Ashantis and Ewe. No, you dare not. If you're an Ewe, you want to marry an Ashanti, your people will say no. If you're an Ashanti, you want to, even we the Fantis, they were doing it to us. If you ever came to Kumasi and met a woman or a guy and say, oh, I'm from the Fanti, I want to have a relationship with, hey, Okwanwa, I say, oh, Kwanwa, your place is too far. When there's something I have to go, I have to cross here, go here and there and there, and then something not reasonable. Okay. But now they are telling us that let's inter-ethnic marriages be encouraged. It helps us to bond together. It helps us to see these people as our brothers, our sisters, so that we can avoid issues of conflict in our society. Now, the next one talks about social programs. Social programs. Okay. An example is this Ghana Most Beautiful they have been doing. These are social programs. Now, what does it help? Not this alone. You can even use school, because the reason Kwame Nkrumah started creating boarding education was as part of this. Now, before then, everybody schooled in his or her area. Okay, so if you're an Ashanti, you go to schools in the Ashanti region alone. You do not cross other borders. When Kwame Nkrumah started boarding education, that was one of the foremost ideas to make sure that we see ourselves as one people. So you are coming from the Ashanti region. Somebody is coming from the Volta region. Somebody is coming from the Western region. Somebody is coming from the Northern region, Upper East. You all find yourself in one school, sleeping in the same dormitory. Okay, it made people see themselves as one people, one nation. So there is no division among us. That was one of the importance of boarding education, and especially boarding mixed education, where we have boys and girls mixed. Okay, it promoted unity. It brought the idea that we are one people in one nation. So social programs, when different people from different regions come together under one roof, it brought the idea of oneness, that we are all one as Ghanaians and not by religions. Okay. Now the next one we talk about is state institutions like the judicial and the non-governmental organization NGOs, like the Ghana Integrity Initiative. Okay, should be empowered to work to deal with issues of corruption at all levels. Now we cannot pin it on these institutions alone. If you want to deal with the issue of corruption, it should start from all of us, teachers included. Okay, now the art of corruption is not only about money. Okay, once you want to get something from somebody before doing anything for that person, it's an art of corruption. Excuse me, please. A minute. Hold on. Okay, so I'm back. So corruption, dealing with corruption, it must be a communal labor for all of us. A communal labor for all of us, because you see, it has crept into our society in such a way that we are all corrupt. We all. Look at our police officers on the road. I'm sure we have some of them on the platform. Okay. Once you get there, you do not give them anything. They want to, by hook or crook, find something with in your car and pay you for that. Okay. Teachers everywhere we go to, especially where I get most angry, is your education offices. The teachers here can bear witness to that. Now, those education offices, your regional education office, your district education office, those people in those offices are corrupt than any one of us. You go there, you want to sign your paper, the one doing it wants to get something. you are going to change your school. If you don't give them anything, they are not signed, they are not pushing your paper. Everybody is corrupt. You go to some office, you want to conduct something, the person doing it wants to take something from you before they push whatever you are doing. So these NGOs and these institutions alone cannot solve the issue of corruption. All of us, from the president to the parliamentarians, the priests, the imams, teachers, everybody must get involved if you want to remove corruption from our society. But unfortunately, the way we are moving or going, it will be very difficult for us to remove corruption, because now look at what was just happening yesterday. Okay. Recently, last week, was it today's week or yesterday's week, when MPP had their presidential primaries, we all saw what happened. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
We heard or saw what happened. So it has become part of the system now. Now, who is going to force it? Thankfully, maybe a few people will try. Just like this morning, I wake up to read the news that Mahama has ordered the immediate withdrawal of Baba Yama. You know, he's the Ghana High Commissioner to Nigeria. You are serving such an important office, and look at what they did yesterday. And I'm just reading the news that the president has called for his immediate withdrawal. And that is a very good example. The president must be applauded for that. It's a very, very good example. Now, when people begin to start doing this, yes, we will then come to the realization that it is an evil act in our society that must be dealt with by everybody. Okay. So we commend the president for starting something, a very good initiative like that. By withdrawing him from his position, I think it's a very, very good example. Director and Kasa, you introduce why? Ike. Please, any question before we continue? Any question?
No, sir.
Any question? Okay. If you don't have any question, then we continue from Unit 3. Unit 3 is dealing with basic etiquette in our traditional African society. Okay, courtesy in the traditional African society. You see, before the white men came to introduce courtesy, we had our own form of what constitutes courtesy. And those days, if you are a child and you refuse to abide by them, practice them, you were seen as disrespectful child or kid. Okay. So one way that the African person express courtesy in our daily conversation, okay, is by way of greetings. Okay, so as you walk around, you see the elderly, you greet them. Okay, you say thank you, sir. If they talk you don't hear, please, sir, can you tell me? Very good. Okay, can you pardon me? These acts were seen in our conversations to be expressing the idea of courtesy. Okay, so children who talks like, oh, daddy me pachel, now saying they are seen to be more courteous than others who just respond. Even when adults are talking, okay, and you engage in it when you have not been called, you were seen to be a disrespectful child. So you could have a very good idea when your mother is having a conversation with another person, but you are being advised not to open your mouth, not to talk. Because when you talk without invitation, you are seen as a disrespectful child, or you are not being courteous. They say akwala de mpanyinfo kasa unye den unfa wano ntum. Akwala unhu panyina no wachia no. Those days when you see the elderly person carry something, you even take it. Walk with him or her to his or her house and then come. These were signs that show that a kid or a child was courteous. Okay, unfortunately, these ideas or expressions have been moved away from our societies because of modernization. We no more express them. In those days, you will not find a child sitting in a car seat when their adults were standing. And then, thankfully, and those cars in the Caribbean. But first, now no more for in your car near you know. What about phone in term? When you do your those of you on the platform, name will be a any kakra of force I can't be there. So, what team? Na penny before you get up from your seat and allow the adult or the elderly to sit. It permeated in every aspect of our lives, whether in the church, okay, in a meeting, the child will not sit whilst the elderly stand, okay, and the children were always assisting the elderly. And these were ideas, okay, or signs of showing courtesy in our traditional life. Okay, so it says that expressing courtesy in our daily conversation. Okay, and how did that show? So utterances like yes sir, no sir, please madam, pardon, thank you, very good, may I, you are welcome, excuse me, pardon me. These were thoughts that were expressed to show what courtesy in our daily conversation. All right. Others were expressing courtesy through the use of traditional titles. Okay. So you mention people by Mr. Okay. You don't call people by their names, especially when they are older than you. Okay. So for instance, you cannot just on this platform call me by my name. That is disrespectful. So you add Mr., Madam, please. And that's why we are always, all of us are used to say, Madam, okay, thank you. Say, may I do this? Madam, may I do this for you? Senator, government, president. To the extent that people may even call the president Mr. President. It shows how people want to be very courteous to that person. That is not his name. The president is only a title. Okay. But now people have even managed to make it a name for the president. So they add Mr. President, Mr. Senator, Mr. Governor. Okay. These are all an art of showing courtesy. Okay. In our traditional way of life. Others are expressing courtesy through the use of greetings. I've already said it. You see people, the elderly, you greet them. In those days, you don't even wait for the elderly person to greet you when he has come to meet you. When he has even come to meet you in a place, it is obliged that you express greetings to the elderly person. Okay. You don't expect that because he or she came to meet you, she'll be the first one to express greetings. In those days, you being the child, even when they come to meet you, you must get up and greet them. Oh, daddy, good morning. Oh, mommy, good morning. How are you? Okay. Even asking an adult, how are you? Even up to date, you know, we cannot do it because it is not bad, but even up to date, some people see it as a disrespect for the child to ask an adult, how are you first? No. You wait for the elderly person to ask you, how are you? Then maybe you respond and say, please, how are you too? Okay. That was what was happening. You don't ask the elderly person, how are you first, for him to respond. You wait for him to ask you, Kwaju, how are you? Then you respond, I am fine, Daddy, thank you. Please, how are you too? This were how we showed respect through greetings. Now, expressing greetings courtesy through the observance of table manners. Okay, table manners. So how to sit at table, how to use the various items at table, how not to make noise through when you are eating, how not to open your mouth wide when you are eating. All these things were taught in our traditional setup. So it wasn't the white man who introduced us to courtesy of for boys and girls. No. Before they came, our elderly have already taught us how to eat. To the extent that if you are eating, they expect that you don't soil all your palm with the food you are eating. I hope you understand what I mean by that. When some people are eating, they will soil the food in the whole of their palm. No, it's not a good table manners. Now you eat with your fingers. Whether you are eating fufu, you are eating banku, you are eating tuzafi, you are eating apele, whatever rice. You don't soil the whole of your palm. So those of you who eat rice, and I mean grab the rice with the whole of your palm, you moist it and then put it in your mouth. It is wrong. It's not a good table manners. Use your fingers to eat. Okay, that is table manners taught by our forebears. Now let's continue. Traditional greetings and responses. Okay, so look at if you have the book, page 52. Okay, daily greetings by the account. So the names are there, and then responses are also there. So they even have greetings, special greetings for the various days. So Sunday, Akwesidae, Ya Awisi, Monday, Edwada, Ya Ajo. Okay, so that every day they have a very particular greetings and it responds. Okay, but now we say that because of modernization, now all our greetings have become English. Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. No. Before now, our forebears had a very special greeting for each day. From Sunday to Saturday, they have their greetings and a particular response to it. So look at Friday, Fiada, Ya Afi. Okay, but now we have forgotten all of this. Now we are all used to good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Those stuff. All right. So that's all about greetings. Now let's look at occasional greetings. Occasional greetings. And I'm teaching. Occasional greetings. What do we mean by occasional greetings? Now, occasional greetings, an example is even now, modern day. Okay, like you wish somebody, if it is my birthday, you call me. Maybe say happy birthday. It's a greeting. It's an occasional greetings. When any of our friends on this platform decides to get married tomorrow we will call him and say, hey, happy marriage. And then he respond, thank you. It's an occasional greetings. Our people had the same thing. It continued to exist in our rural areas, even though the modern society, we have forgotten about them, we don't use them. But when you go to the rural areas, they continue to use them. When somebody is eating, okay, you don't greet that person good morning, good afternoon. It has its own greetings when the person is eating. Okay? I don't know if you all understand the Akan language. Okay? Because this is typically tradition. not only the Akan language, wherever you are coming from, when somebody is eating, there's a special greeting that is used. So an example, when a person is eating, the Akans will greet the person using the expression kutamu, kutamu, kutamu. That is hold it firm. And the address would be to respond mikuramu, mikuramu. So those of you who live in the rural areas or the villages, you are used to this. When somebody is eating, you don't greet the person good morning, good afternoon. When the elderly gets there, say kutamu or mikuramu, and sana wakase what to me. That is come and join me. Kutamu or mikuramu. Before they respond, and they what to me, then say medasi. Okay, so in those days, you see your people going to farm. Okay, it has its greetings. When people are going to the graveyard, there were special greetings. When people gave birth, there were special greetings. So they had this special greeting for every occasion. Until be quite for man. And yes, Saturday channel. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. They have their own greeting. Okay. But the and the enchariba, I'm sure you are used to those greetings, those of you in the villages. All right, let's look at another one. Yes, let's look at this one too. The address then invites the addressee, then invites the speaker, that's the guest, to the mail by saying, what to me also, like I said. I will say, what to me, which literally means you have met me, or mensaka, which literally means that my hand has touched. These are polite ways of inviting a person to a meal. It is awkward to tell the person, Brabe Didi, no. It is awkward. So you don't invite the person, oh, Brabe Didi, no. But you have a polite way of inviting the person, Mensaka. Mensaka. You don't say Brabe Didi. All right. If the guest wants to eat, he or she will just join you or join the host. On the contrary, if he doesn't want to eat, he will say, Manonko, Manonko, let it go. Okay, so please, when you read that is for eating. Now let's move on. Look at when somebody is going to, or they are grave digging. Grave digging is when somebody dies and the people go to dig the grave for the dead person. What happened? When people come to meet them there, the people are digging grave, meaning that they are graving on the death of a relative, a friend, okay, a member of the society. That is not when to say good morning. It is not good at all. You have seen people at the graveyard. They are digging the grave to come and bury a relative, a family member, and you are saying good morning. Hey, please go to the hall. I beg. Go so that they will follow you. I'm a please go. I'm at the hard because I haven't obeyed. Where may I go? So the people are at a graveyard. Is that where you are going to greet good morning or good afternoon? Because it is not good for the people. They are graving. So what happens then? You meet people digging a grave. The greeting in Akan is Memamu Due, meaning accept my condolence. Then the response is Duene Abrao. Duene Abrao. Please, you need to learn them all because they will come in your objectives. Which literally means sorry for your loss. So memamudie, into those of you who are cans, you are used to this. Memamudie o dueni abrao. Okay, which literally means accept my condolence, and the people say, or sorry for your loss. The above greetings indicate that both the speaker and the addressee are all bereaved since the death affects entire community. So what they are saying is that you don't go and greet good morning because you feel that the death is not affecting you. Some way, somehow, it affects everybody. If somebody dies in a society or in a community, the death affects everybody. The reason why it affects everybody is that maybe that person sells something, you will need to go and buy it from that person. So if that person passes on, it doesn't affect only the relative, it affects everybody, including even people who buy from her. Because now you will not get anybody to sell those things to you. So that affects a whole community. That's why it has become a community affair. That when somebody dies, the whole community, dressed in black or red, will go and show our condolence to the family and the entire community. So that is about grave digging. Now let's look at when somebody gives birth. So I know very soon, Naomi, Priscilla, who again, Patience, they will give birth. And then we will meet on this platform and we see their children disturbing like I am being faced here. When they give birth and we want to greet them, okay, under this period, what greetings are we going to use? Before the ritualized greetings, if a woman gives birth to a child, visitors greet the mother and wish her afrimu. Afrimu. I'm sure you've heard before. Afrimu, which literally means you have safely come out. Afrimu. Now, why did the Akans decide to use this Afrimu? So I'm taking you back to what Daddy Lumba said some years ago. Daddy Lumba of blessed memory said that Mokani Nyumbi no boy and say Nyamin Shrama. I'm sure you are aware of this song, Nyamin Shrama.
Yes, sir.
Now, we all believe that when a woman is pregnant, that woman stands between death and life.
Yes.
Or literally the junction of death and the junction of life. You can either lose your life or come out safely. So when you give birth, it is then come out safely. The greeting is Efrimu. You have come out safely or out. Efrimu. Efrimu. Okay, what literally means life. What is it? You have safely come out or utirinkwa. So you can use either of the two, either Efrimu or utirinkwa, which literally means life to your head. This confirms that childbirth is a matter of life and death. And if mothers come out safely, then they are lucky and they have life. Please. And if you find someone will be fainty.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But I'm sure you are following.
Yes, sir.
Then the response to this is Medawo Ase, meaning thank you. While the letter is Mitri Dawo Ase. And so you see Utrin Kwan, or you say Mitri Dawo Ase. So Kase Efrimua or say Medase. So Efrimu goes with Medase. Then Utrin Kwan goes with Mitri Dawase. I'm sure you are following.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
So the newborn baby is also greeted. The newborn baby is also greeted. How do we greet the newborn baby? How do we greet the newborn baby? The newborn baby is given, yes, akwaba waba tena ase. So the newborn baby is greeted, waba tena ase, which literally means you must come to stay. I can't believe that some children just pay a casual visit and then get back to the ancestral world. Based on such a belief, a child is given a name after the first week when it is believed he has passed the survival test. So last week, remember, and I know one last week, when I told you that, and a man more than 3 months, name, we don't know where it came from. Okay, but before now, it was 1 week. If the child survived after 1 week, it means that he or she has come to stay. And that is when he will be given a name or she will be given a name. Waba Tenasi. Waba Tenasi. So that is for greeting. Apart from that, when you go, those of us are in villages, from when you get there and the person is working on his farm, okay, we don't say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. No. You are going to the farm, you met somebody also working on his farm. What is the greetings? Those of you know, tell me. Then what is the response? Ejumaye and Ejumadasi. Ejumaye. So you see, our people were so wise that at any point in time they have a special greetings to go with that special occasion. Okay. Just like when you are getting married, what is the greetings? What is the greetings? If you are getting married,
Hey, Mark, if you are getting married, what is the greetings? Do I know?
you must know.
Hey,
Yes. Hey, Erade.
You haven't heard it before.
Oh, sir, we have been saying all the time.
Okay, but you are not conscious of what you are saying.
Hey, yes, sir.
So, is a greeting. Then the person responds, Medasi. So these are special greetings for special occasions. Please, any question? Any question, please? Should I continue?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what is the protocol when you are greeting? What is the protocol? This one, it could also come in your exams. That underline and explain 4 protocols when you are greeting. Okay. Now, when a child is greeting an elderly person, you don't say. So you remember, when we were kids, when we returned from school and we are greeting, when we were told that you salute and greet, Samokai, you greet by saluting.
Yes,
You
sir.
salute every individual, even though they are sitting in a group. And it was true. Even though they are sitting together, you say, Brakwami, good morning. Mama Che, good morning. Brakwesi, good morning. You greet each one of them separately. So what is the protocol? As a child, when you are greeting, say that stand up when you are greeting people. So first of all, you stand up. So if you remember, when you were in school, or those of you who are a bit adult here, when you were in school, once the teacher enters class, you all stand up and greet. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Is it happening now? No. Because now what is happening is that, I mean, when I go to school, once I enter and they are already sitting, I'll be the first to greet. Because we are in the modern Ghana and modern world now. But before now, once you enter class, you will hear the class captain. Okay? Class stand, you heard it before. Man, tell that. Class stand, then all of them will get up. Then they will start, good morning, sir. They respond, good morning, class. How are you? We are fine, thank you, sir. And you? Now they are no more. Or even if they are, we don't pay attention to what we are doing. But that is a protocol. You stand up when greeting. Always use your right hand. Okay? Always use your right hand when greeting. Because in Africa cultures, your left hand is considered your toilet hand. So when you want to greet people by shaking, you don't use your left. You use your right hand. If you want to greet me by shaking me, it is the right hand you use. Now, in your book, please note it. Note it. Those of you who are following the lectures in your book, say that always use your right hand, not to greet people. That is wrong. Have you seen it? Those of you following by the book, page 53. The
Yes,
book
please.
made a mistake. The book made
Yes,
a mistake, so please correct it. It is always use your right hand to greet people, because in Africa cultures, your left hand is considered twice. So cancel the not there. Once the not is there, it becomes negative. So cancel it. It was a typographical error. So cancel it. Then what again? Always greet people first when you enter a place. Always greet people first when you enter a place. So it doesn't matter your status, your age. Once you enter and the people are already there, please greet them. It's a protocol. Until first the na nanka teacher ni we are class no muni na sorry. Good morning, Seno, and we chem. Now you are the last to enter the class. Please greet the people you came to meet. When I greet them and let them respond. Now, when you are greeting people, okay, establish eye contact. Establish eye contact. It shows respect. Just like when you are talking to people, show eye contact. So if you ask my students, those I do face to face with, me, I don't sit to teach. I walk in their midst. I look at their faces. I touch them. Okay, and then I engage them sometimes individually. It shows respect. So show eye contact. It even helps you to know whether the people are listening to you or not. You don't greet people by putting your eyes off somewhere. It is disrespect, or it shows that you have an issue with the person. Okay, so greet people by showing eye contact. Then and again, always greet people in a correct order, from right to left, regardless of age or gender. So, for instance, when you go to a funeral and you are greeting people in a church, when you are greeting people by shaking hand, you start from the left, the right to left. Okay? When you start from left, it's a misorder. A misorder. Nti emfa ho se nkwala kra na wo right now, start from the right. That is the order, and go to the left. You don't start from the left to the right, because if you have a now right one you want to greet in 24 first. No. If they understand, they will know that you are not disrespecting them. Do you understand? Are my people there?
yes, sir.
Okay. I have always told you, say, nipa bakwana mienu, was so that maybe if you are not hearing me, they will draw my attention, because I might not know. But what beja where you see to make sure say enye dede. What the dede dumno no be for front so. Okay. Good. Now let's continue. Always exchange pleasantries and inquire about family before beginning to transact business. So one other protocol is that when I see you and exchange pleasantries with you, oh Michael, good morning, how are you? We shake hands. Don't straight away start conducting business. Inquire about family before. Oh, so Michael, how is your wife?
So still want to send it.
How are your kids? Are they fine? Okay.
Sir.
Before you start
Hello, sir.
conducting business. Yes, I'm here.
Hello, sir.
Yes, I'm listening.
Please, this is Tikuli Francis, Enchi Center, Coast Rep. I'm worried
Okay.
about the greeting that you were saying. Let me make an example here. I have some colleagues in my area, but at times when we meet some elderly peoples or peoples, normally no. At times they greet, at times they don't greet. So when you ask them that when at times you meet somebody you don't greet, they used to say that greetings is an association, whether it can join or it cannot join, because at times you greet somebody, the person will not give you a response. So when you see in that way, you feel not to greet again. So in that matter, is it in a negative statement, a negative side?
No, so like we are saying, if you greet somebody and the person fails to respond, okay, automatically there's no way you see that person and greet that person again, unless the person tells you it was an oversight in the first place. So maybe the first time you greeted the person, he was maybe thinking about something. When you said now you see people walk with their phones and they are so much concentrated on what's happening on the phone that you might even greet them, they will not hear. That would have been oversight. But if the person heard you correctly and failed to respond, if you see the person the next time you fail to greet the person, you are correct to do that. Okay. But what we are saying is that previously it wasn't like that. When we were kids in the villages, when we were going to the stream to fetch water, every adult you meet on the way, you greet them from your way going and your way coming. That was how important greetings were. Okay. But when you greet people, that's why we are even gone ahead to say that greet people by showing contact, eye contact with them. You don't just greet and then put your eye somewhere and greet and you move on. No. You look at their face and greet them. It is even more appropriate to greet them by mentioning their names. So if you know his or her name, say, Auntie Kwani, good morning. It shows more respect than just saying good morning. It is okay when you don't know the person's name, but it is better when you know the person's name and call out the name. Mr. Mensah, please, good morning. It shows much of a respect. Yes, Gordon, your hand is up.
Yeah, so my question is, can police be considered as part of protocol greeting? For example, if you see an elderly person and you want to greet the person, please, good morning, please, good afternoon. So I want to ask if police is considered as protocol greeting.
No, please itself is not a protocol, but it shows respect. It shows respect that you are giving respect to the person you are greeting. So the please itself is not a protocol. You can decide to not add please. Mr. Mensah, good morning. You are okay. And because you did one add please in this way, it doesn't show that disrespect. But we are saying that when you add please, it shows more of a respect. Into me say I come home. When I see the elder person I want to greet or ask how are you, especially when I see my boss, boss Mpacho, good morning. When I just say boss Mpacho na where, okay, it shows much of a respect, but it is not a protocol. Are you okay?
Yes,
Yes,
sir. I'm
sir.
okay.
Okay.
Sir,
So, yes, sir.
sir, please, per
I'm
what my
hearing.
brother said about the greetings.
Mm-hmm.
I remember one day I greeted an elderly person and I said, Mpacho, good afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Why so I was like, maybe I have offended in a way that I don't maybe recognize. No, can say, at the end of my me panicho. Now this
Mm-hmm.
time around, sir, in China, basuna, me pacho, no. At the end, why any panacho? Ebia,
Mm-hmm.
and paying for me, mama Jew.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, Mammy, papa, me moa ho. Now me
Mm-hmm.
pacho, an idiot, and lose with free. So I was like,
Okay.
oh, so I was wondering about it. So
Okay.
since then, I've not added that thing to my greetings at all.
Yes. For the benefit
Mm-hmm.
of the students in the north, let me
Okay.
explain what our brother said in English so that they will understand. Now, our brother is saying that he greeted an elderly person, and first of all, using the phrase, please, good morning or good afternoon. And then the man refused to respond that please is used when you have offended somebody and you want to address that person. Okay, so since then, he's not been using it. But you see, language, or a word can have so many meanings depending on how it is used. Okay, now you see, we have just said that please, when you bring it to the Akan language, it's mepacho. They are not the same, but we have managed to put them in the same line. Bema, come on, Mr. Metradi, no you with the family. Okay, so please can be used. Semunina muti china mepacho. Yes, it's like you have offended the person. So that man or that woman is a typical African man. Okay, but you see, when you use the English, please, it's quite different from mepacho. Okay, are you listening?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, the please in English is quite different from mepacho. Mepacho is just like you have offended the person. Mepacho, yeah, no. Okay, some people will accept it, by the traditional African man, just like you are saying, we say that so. Onye and bone a power na nchia so na wotia me a opa macho ansa na watia me no. Okay, so it is accepted, but we continue to use hey mu ye dede ko. Okay, but it is accepted. I use it quite often. Boss mpacho, good morning. Send me and bonnet, but he responds. But other obi a traditional African man parabaka don't add it because unye boni bi ase wochiano. You have not offended him by greeting him. So remove that one and then greet him. That's why I said, say, if you know the person's name, that is more appropriate. So if you know their name, especially in the villages or rural areas now, greet people by mentioning their name. Okay, Auntie Naomi, good morning. Mr. Kwafu, good morning. Okay, Bragidion, good morning. It shows more of a respect than just saying good morning and passing by. Okay, any other question? Any other question?
Sir.
Hello? Yes.
What we are learning right now, no? If
Mm-hmm.
I listen to you clearly, it means a pacho in tree in terms of greeting, no, we should try to avoid it now, using their names instead, right?
Yes, yes, avoid it
Okay.
because my pacho is like you have offended up my hand. Until you can take it off.
Okay. So
Okay, and then
in the way of showing
for them,
respect, we should use their names.
you see, yes, the traditional people,
Mm.
omo pay traditional normal no criteria. So in the rural areas, they will prefer and nanny a gentleman mama do, they are more happy with that.
Okay.
And nanny a gentleman mama do, then they will respond. A gentleman mama do, and nano mama ha. Okay, they see that
Yes,
to be
sir.
more of tradition. Okay,
Okay.
because
Yes, sir.
the police only came in when we were just trying to let our case show respect to people. That when somebody tells you anything, add please, I'm sorry, those things, and a big real movie. But the traditional African people prefer using those titles, enanum, ejanum, enuanum, brothers and sisters, those stuff, they like those ones. So if you are familiar with them, use those ones, okay, than beginning with the please or me pamochel. I hope that is okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Thank you.
sir.
Yes, madam.
Okay, I can't remember myself. Last year call
Please,
maybe.
for the
Let me
benefit
say.
of those who do not understand the tree,
Okay,
do more of English.
okay. We went for a funeral. Then we were about to greet the people. Then we used the English way. One of them stand up and said, "That is not the right way of greeting." By using the English, maybe good afternoon or good morning.
Yes,
But we
because at
normally
the
use it.
funeral grounds, you don't greet good afternoon or good morning or good evening. Because remember, this is a funeral grounds. So we are not happy there. We are not good. We are mourning the death of somebody. So it cannot be good. So it comes with a special greeting. So if you want to stand and shout and greet, then it will go with the one at the grave digging. Memamudio ana memamu yako. So at a funeral grounds, you cannot go and greet good morning, good afternoon. No. Memama jo, memama chin, memama how debi. It must come with an appropriate greeting for the occasion. Memamu yako enanum. What I say?
Okay, sir.
Good one.
So what about maybe a meeting? Then you just enter the place where you are about to meet, and you
What
met
kind of
people.
meeting?
Maybe it's about, I don't know how to put it, but
So
for
the
instance,
thing is,
maybe family gathering be or
if it's a family gathering, maybe you are there to make a decision or to take a decision. So good morning, good afternoon, they go because you are not doing anything in particular. Nobody is getting married. Nobody is dead. Nobody is wounded. Okay. So it goes. Me mama jo nano, me mama how for. But if it is specific to certain thing, you will find the appropriate greetings and use it.
okay.
Good.
Sir,
Now the next
sir,
chapter. Yes, sir.
sir. What if you enter the meeting and they have already started the meeting? You're supposed to greet or you should quit with it because as soon as you greet, I think you are going to distract the meeting.
So
So do you suppose?
so you are going for a meeting. You are late. You enter the room and somebody is already on his or her feet talking, and you are late. Don't greet. You walk to where you are supposed to sit and sit down. And then maybe when you are given the opportunity to talk, then you greet them before you continue. Do you get it?
Yes, sir.
Because already you are late. It doesn't show respect that you are asked to come at 7 to start the meeting and you came late. First, that is disrespect to those who came on time. And that is not the time to go and disturb what they are doing too. So if you are late, you quietly walk in, sit down. So let me look at this. Those of you who are Catholics here, do you have Catholics here?
Yes, please.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the Catholics here, watch this or listen to this. When you are going to church like today, and you are late. When you get to church and they are reading the homily, yes, the priest is giving homily, or they are reading the verses.
First reading, second
Yeah, the
readings.
reading.
Yes. What do you do?
You stand at the back
Um,
of the gates.
You stand at the back because by the time you get there, you have crossed the doors.
Yes, please.
You don't want you to come and disturb anybody. If
Yes.
perchance they happen to allow you to go and sit down, look at the way you tiptoe to go and sit down, because you do not want to disturb anybody, because we are listening to something. We don't want to be distracted. The same way. I hope you understand.
Yes, sir.
Good one. Now the next chapter talks about table manners, like we have discussed earlier, but this is modern. So table manners, they have listed uncountable table manners. So please go through them and pick some. I'm not going to go through it. There are more than 20 uncountable table manners. Okay. So let's pick a few. So 1, not beginning to eat unless the eldest person among you has started eating. So this is a table manner. Until one way case, now your team now now a lot of you eat together. You don't start eating when the elderly person have not started. Until one say, "Oh, akwala ono maame mu ne didi, ana ono papa ne didi." Those days, our fathers were doing it. Your papa, especially omuka ichire for no, they eat with them. No ma pia nam nyina mo so omunwe. So you don't start eating when your father is sitting or is about to start. Okay. Then another one, eating with your hands. Eating with your hands. So a washing basin is provided for hand washing. That is, so what they mean is that you must wash your hand before you eat. Not discussing business issues during the meal time. So meal time is not an appropriate time to discuss business issues. These are etiquette of table manners. There are a lot. Page 57 of your book. A lot. So many, they have listed them there. And I'm sure this one, you don't even need to read. You know them. When you close your eyes, you can mention few and describe them. Good. Now let's go to section 4. Morality in speech. Morality in speech. Now, what is morality in speech? Speech refers to the expression of thoughts and feelings by the use of articulate sounds. Morality in speech refers to the expression of thoughts, feelings about moral issues in oral or verbal form. Morality of speech requires that one's oral communication will be courteous, devoid of vulgar words. So the reason why I said listen to this, and no nama yede, please abeshe greetings ma papa ne kachira o se ompeno. Please, are you all there?
Yes, please.
Because we are
Yes,
trying
sir.
to be more moral in our speech. So we have added please me pacho, that is why the woman says onye and bonny. We are trying to be very moral in our speech. Okay, that is why all of a sudden please has become part of our greetings. Ideally, it's not supposed to be so. So that is morality in speech. Now let's come to our traditional songs. We are going to use it for an example. Traditional songs play an important role in the enforcement of African traditional morality. They are expressed in different forms, including dirges, folk songs, and songs for entertainment. Songs help to shape the moral behavior of people. The songs are sung during occasions such as public festivals. Traditional songs uncover the sadness, the powers, and the rules of the supernatural ruling powers. They help traditional believers to know the kinds of relationship that should exist between the unseen and the living. Traditional songs are sung to control behavior and to encourage good deeds. So typically, what we are looking at, Alaji, what we are looking at, the morality that is found in songs. Nti ubeti a yempanyufo no say ene nwuma amoto de nyansa bia ni yemfa adwene bia wom. That is what we are trying to express here. That the traditional songs tells how powerful the supernatural is. It tells you how powerful leaders were. Okay, depending on the occasion, it told you whether the people are happy or they are sad. Until recently, Nancy Anna say okay. Now born numa very danceable and everybody is dancing. No. Kakrama ye behu when we're kissing. No. Ye born numa a show a reho. Okay. Me pebia to baby mammy trim. Meaning sebia bo bitimo betima to actually. Okay, so that one, yes. But no yet. No, continue and let me see.
That's what I know.
That's all you know. Yeah. Sansan krome, meaning baby and baby mother. Yes. What does this teaches you? It teaches you that.
What about?
Let me finish with this. What it teaches us is that you do not know where you will fall one day, because you may fall on a journey until be too quiet. No accident. No, okay. Obi kwa sorry. No akutra fi no. Inti sansan kroma is a bed. It has no permanent home. Okay, it just roam about. Baby obedu adie besano no wada. So they use that to tell us that we do not have any permanent home here. We will die, but where we will die, we do not know. Either you will die in your room, you will die in an accident, you will die eating, you will die running. You don't know. So we are like that bed. Okay. So that very song, it's moral. It's a very moral song that teaches people how to be measured in the way they do their things, because you do not know the next minute where you are going to fall. I hope you understand.
Yes, sir.
Now, some of the songs too traditionally exhibited the supernatural power of the supreme being. I was hoping that some of them will come in mind and then I'll sing them, but they are not coming. But who said what we are showing is that and you only betray how powerful he is. And you only betray leaders Nikesi yenti. And you be a wire toa. Me fan say ya wo asantimamu hase no. Ye tofa otumfo to show how big and powerful the otumfo is. A typical one is a song that the Lumba sang for otumfo. Ahifuchie ebidi dibiechi. Do you get it? This shows how powerful and big the Asante Hene is. Okay, so that is traditional songs. Right? But you see, the typical traditional song, you get them from the Pabobo, the Asebu Amanpi. When you get those songs, listen to them. Okay, the moral aspect in them and how it teaches people, yes, how to be moral and how to be civil. Not now. So that is about morality in traditional song. Any question, please? Then everyday sayings. The things we say every day, we must exhibit morality or morals in them. So it says that another source of morality in Africa is everyday sayings by the indigenous people. The sayings are expressions which expose traditional beliefs. They are usually found in the lips of the indigenous people. For example, the expression, God is not asleep, reveals the immortal and eternal nature of God. Also, the expression, it is God who gives and it is God who takes, teaches that God is the source of life and death. So, intina se ubi ohwere wode hie bia se nipa ne ba no omo a ya akọwie a na wasan cheche owre se nyame ne dema nyame no oje, meaning that it is God who make people give birth. He produced them. So if he decides to take them, you have no option. It also tells that God is the ultimate source of power. That he decides to give, he decides to take, and you can't question his authority. Do you understand? So these things are found in our everyday sayings. Okay, God is not asleep. It is telling you the immortal nature of God, that everything we are doing, God is watching. So he's not sleeping at night. For it to say that at night you can do wicked things and God won't see it. Okay, he's seeing every day, every minute, every hour, every second. So he said that God is not asleep, meaning that he's watching all our moves, any day, any time, any moment. Then we come to traditional myths. Okay, so myths are sayings or stories. Okay, that brings out certain truths about the findings of this world. So he said that myth, traditional myth, another source of morality of speech in Africa, traditional myth. Myth are traditional sacred stories which seek to probe and answer questions on the origin and purpose of things. And one of the myths is how all of a sudden God is in the skies and we are here. What is the myth surrounding that? Who knows it? Who knows the myth that God moved up there and we are down here? There's a myth or a saying that portrays the origin of why God is living in the skies and we are living down here. Who knows?
So it's about the woman who was pounding the fufu.
Yes.
Asafia.
Now, the reason why we say it's a myth that we don't know whether it is true or not. But what we know is that, yes, it is true. God lives in the skies and we are down here. But the story is that, or the myth is that, God was living here with us. And this old woman, who was pounding fufu every now and then, was using the stick in hating God all the time. So God decided to move into the skies. And that is why he's in the skies and we are here. It's a myth. You don't know whether it is true or not. But what we know is true is that God lives in the skies far away from us. So we say it's a myth. These are traditional myths. There are proverbs too, a lot of them. Proverbs that shows traditional proverbs constitute another important source of morality of speech. Until Abebua Yebudi show how we have to be civil or moral in our speech. An example: if you cannot get what you want to buy from the market, if you cannot get what you want to buy from the market, that does not mean you should remain there. It teaches flexibility and adaptability. Into the open adiato market. Unya bia unfi market wo. They say that it teaches flexibility and adaptability. Now we can apply it in this class. Now, all this morning, I didn't go to church. You didn't go to church because you are seeking to get something. So if you have not gotten it, you are not living. So what is happening is that sometimes, even when I am not well, I don't want to come to online and teach. You guys are supposed to be here waiting for me to come. It shows or teaches flexibility and adaptability because you have come to the market to buy something. You have not gotten it, and you are not living until you have gotten it. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
In another sense, those guys who, when you propose to ladies, until you have said yes to them, they will keep coming. They also apply here. Flexibility and adaptability. Because the person is seeking for something. Until you allow him or say yes, he is not going. Tomorrow he will come. The next day he will come. Princess or Presla, what I told you. Pamela, are you still considering my request? Until you have said yes, he will keep coming. It shows flexibility and adaptability because he wants something. Until he has gotten it, there's no turning back. Okay. Let me get another proverb. Go and ask your mommy first.
There's nothing which water has.
Let's look at this one too. If you do not eat a python meat, do not take it soup either. Let your ears be your yes, and let your no be your no. So, we say, I'm no more, baby. I say, so no cry when the baby na matia sense. Say, yeah, I penny or ten few man kwalawe na nkano.
Ye cat nankawe
for or come. So he said that if you do not eat a python meat, do not take its soup either. Nti, I'm for a example. More most of them we preku ba monom nenkwan. Nenkwan na yede na ye.
Preku na.
What I say? Also when we preku. By the preku yenkwan. Then you ask us to take the meat off the soup and you take the soup. So what are you eating? So it teaches that let your yes be yes and let your no be no. Okay, these are moral, proverbs that are being told. Okay, so please go through them. Any question? Any question? Presla, is there any question?
No, please.
Presla, which center are you?
I was at Tech Center. I've transferred to Takrade.
So you are now in Takrade?
Yes, please.
Oh, Mukroma, and you know where Mukroma, me fear you, Shama.
Okay.
Intimacy, me fear.
You.
Uh-huh. Fadalatu. Fadalatu, which center are you? Or
I was at
Fadilatu?
Adenta Accra. Fadilatu. I was at
Fadilatu.
Adenta Accra. Yes, please. I was at Accra Adenta, but I've moved to Upper West. Wow, Wasek.
Okay. And then I'm trying to get myself familiar with you guys. Alhaji, which center are you? Alhaji. Alhaji. Okay, Alhaji is not listening. So when we finish this unit 3, from tomorrow going, I'm going to make your list for your presentation.
Okay.
Okay, Alhaji, which center are you?
Akimoda.
Okay.
Yeah.
Akimoda.
Yeah.
The training college.
Yeah. Methodist College.
Methodist Training College.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have my friend and course mate there. He's a lecturer there.
Okay.
Dr. Desmond, Dr. Maxwell.
Maxwell. Okay, sir.
Okay, so I have
Yeah.
Okay, so I was saying that I am going to compile your list for your presentation. Until center mon farm list ento platform no so mon compile na mon fan to so. And yes, I may list ni we na me de to so a eno anu no my we to make sure say the various course reps, all the centers you have collected the names, put it on the platform so that I'll start sharing topics for you for your presentation. I hope you are okay.
Okay, sir.
I'm going to do that this week. Until we make sure say ubia mensaka ubia di say na my. Okay. Now let's come back. I wanted you to relax a bit because it's been a marathon of lectures this morning. Okay. Let me call more of the ladies. Pamela, where are you? Swedru. Yes. I have been there more often. I came for marking in that beautiful hotel. Swedru, I say more beautiful hotel be power or maybe Greenland. Yes, you be marking or
Okay.
yes. See, Adam about me be marking be more American. Now I hear me. Huh? Yeah, to me. And you many
Hey.
Who is here? Gabriel, I haven't asked you to laugh. Hey, Felix.
Say,
Felix, where are you?
the Swedru.
You also are Swedru.
Yes.
Okay, and the Swedru squad or member. I am on this kaka crowd or butcher home me.
Yati,
And as for Michael, I know Michael is in Takrade.
No, I'm not in Takrade.
Michael, I thought you were in Takrade.
No, say.
So where are you? Michael, where are you? Which center? I can't hear you, Michael. Enchi.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Do we have a student from Sevioso? Do we have students from Sevioso here?
No.
Student from Sevioso. They are in group what?
Yes.
Hello? Are they in a different group? Oh, I can't hear you. The network is bad now. The network is bad. Please, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, sir, please.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay. Okay, then let me continue. Let's finish and then
Equally.
go. Now, we are looking for dealing with abuses and insults. This one, we are going to make it more practical. Pamela, your hand is up.
Sir, please. We are putting our.
Oh, please go, move.
I'll name my
Go and tell
questions
your
in the group.
So, how do you deal with abuses and insults? How do you deal with abuses and insults? I can say Mr. Anthony. Jacob.
Sir.
Jacob, how do you deal with abuses and insults? If people abuse you or they insult you, how do you deal with them?
Oh, say sometimes when the person is at or my classmate or my colleague, I'll just ignore the person. But when the person
You
is an
just
elderly
ignore the
person,
person.
I'll report it to a higher authority.
Okay. Oh, please. Benes. Please go on. Okay. So sometimes you ignore them, right?
Sir, please, yes.
So you don't curse them.
Oh, sir, no.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so how to deal with abuses and insults? First of all, Kwafo, what is the difference between abuse and insult? Kwafo, what's the difference between abuses and insult? Hey. Yes,
Say
Kwafo.
abuse. Okay, abuse. That's a improper treatment.
No, I don't want to. I don't want what is in the book. I just want you to tell me. Yes. From your point of view. Okay. Tikoli wants to help. Tikoli, yes. Tikoli. Yes, you want to help.
On top
Abuse
of
and insult.
abusive, yeah. Insult is like insulting someone. Maybe like example is
Insult is like
stupid.
insulting someone. I like it.
Yeah.
So insult as speech.
But abuse.
That is
Yeah.
okay. I'm
That's
listening.
But abuse is using an offensive word, which is an dangerous to use. That can cause a
Okay.
hit.
Yes. It's okay. Let me listen to Pamela. Pamela, your hand was up.
All right, so with the abuse, I'm one. I'm sharing the phone with Pamela. With
Oh,
the
okay.
abuse, I think that is infringing on someone's rights.
So abuse is an improper treatment.
Yes.
An improper treatment of somebody or something or misuse of something. So an example. Okay. Even you can abuse your dog at home by not feeding the dog well. Okay. Putting its food on the ground, not bathing the dog, not taking the dog to the veterinary to be checked to see whether it is okay or not. These are abuse. Okay. We abuse people too by improper treatment. So by when you give case, work more than they could do, they are abused. Okay, but insult are deliberate words. Okay, deliberate words intended to cause somebody to be rude. Hello.
Hi.
So we are saying that insult are speech that deliberately intend to cause harm or used to be rude to somebody. Okay, so they are words that are used to, and you see, man, you can also use insult to abuse somebody. Okay, you can use insult to abuse somebody. For example, a chief may abuse his authority by selling stolen lands, and subject may insult the chief to disgrace him in public. Okay, so the distinction is that abuse are improper treatment of somebody or misuse of something. It is a wow, they can misuse it. Yes, you are abusing it. So maybe you have a car, okay, a saloon car, Toyota Corolla. Now Toyota Corolla and a saloon car, or the car fumu, or the chain, you are abusing it because improper misuse of that. It is not meant for that. Oh, Pabwa, a very nice Italian shoe. No, I shall quite so by no assumption now the perfume a foam you are abusing the shoe. Okay, that is abuse. But insult are words that cause harm. Nti o catch Robia Emma you cause harm to the person when it is an entry, nani pana e din ye now so these are insult. All right. So these are the difference. An abuse of office of a chief, for example, can legitimately cause for his destrument. Words like foolish, silly, stupid, etc. are considered to be insult. Besides, to describe an indigenous African to be a beast, or worse, to specify the beast like sheep, pig, dog, cow, is a sign of disgrace. Making reference to some part of the body may also be equally offensive. For example, look at his mouth, look at your head, your leg, your stomach. This kind of insult generally is unacceptable in African society. So that is the difference between abuse and insult. Now, the most important thing, how do you deal with abuse and insult? Like somebody said, that he normally ignores them. So one, know that you cannot control the words people use to describe you or the words of your abusers, but you can control your thoughts. So one, what people say about you or think about you or the insult they hail on you, you cannot control it because that is them. But what you can do is to control your thought, meaning that you don't reply, like somebody said, you ignore them. Okay, say uti se nantwie ana say or abuse you improper treatment or tia wo call the office no tia hwe ne ho bi don't come to my office and I walk out quietly. Okay, he cannot even continue to abuse you again or to insult you again. Okay, so ignoring them or controlling your thought is one. Other than that, once you reply, one manipana wording to say more or to abuse you the worst. Okay, so working quietly or controlling your thought is one best form of dealing with your abusers and those who insult you. Please note it and write it and read more about it. That is one. Two, Never let those negative words of your abusers define whom you are. And also, oh, you're stupid. Now you should do your things to show the opposite. Don't do things that will confirm that what he said about you is true. Yes, I see a hand up. I see a hand up, please. Father Latu or who? Yes, your hand is up.
Yes, sir. Pacho, so be threatened to abuse, Anna.
No, threatening is not abuse. That is more dangerous than abuse. We are saying that abuse is an improper treatment. Until who use ADB more than is supposed to be used. Okay, so an example, all of you are abusing your phones because these phones are to be used to make calls, receive calls, and do some basic things. Now, because of the functions in the phone, some people are using the phone for everything. They are using it for their project work, presentations, PowerPoint presentations, whatever it is. Oh, it is the phone 24/7 until they sleep. Everything is the phone. You are abusing the phone. Do you get it? Threat goes beyond abuse and insult. So once it's about threat, you cannot ignore threat. You must report threat. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Report threat. Do not ignore. Ignore abuses and insult. Report threat. I hope that is clear.
Yes, sir.
3, you may define yourself with humor by sarcastically directing the insult to the offender. And no more sarcastically. Or see when you teach an entry, or see you medasi. Nantwie dear. Say nam crying in our head and yeri. That is sarcastic. Nipa no hu asem obeka bi. Okay. Hwene hu kan bi. Oh. That's okay. And the say me o mama hu say me hu kan a me kwa kudware na ye say the wo hu ate na hu mo no. Sarcastically, you direct the insult to the offender. So no kasa wo hu bon e chese ono ne hu mo me bo ana. Into oh, and the other man who said me I'll just go and wash down and be like you. Simple. So you sarcastically redirect the insult to him or her. That's another way of dealing with insult and abuse. The next one, turn those abusive or insult words into positive thought within you. Now, once you realize that what the person is saying, there's a big truth about it. Okay. If there is a big truth about it, make it count. Okay. Rely on that and change something in your life. Make it become very positive. So your teacher abuse or you insult you. Whose name should I mention? Pamela. What about too much of tear? Now it is the time to prove him wrong. It is the time to sit down, start reading, start inquiring, and prove him wrong. Turn it to be positive. So shame him. Do you get it?
Yes, sir.
Good. So you turn those abusive insults to positive thought. Next one. If the other person is hurting you for no apparent reason, simply be silent and ignore him or her. We have said that. You may also discuss the issue with someone whom you trust. But I don't even think it's a better way. Okay, the rest are all good. Change it and make it count. Look positive, ignore them, all right? Redirect them, okay? And then control your thought. these are ways to control abuses or deal with those who abuse you and those who insult you. Please, any question? Any question?
Cheers.
Any question before the last one?
No, please.
Good. Now the last one. We are in the bedding common. So everybody should come. Yes, Rahim, your hand is up.
Yes, sir. Sir,
Yes,
what
speak,
if
Rahim.
the person abusing you or insulting you? What if you can beat the person? What will you do?
If you beat the person, you are not dealing with it.
Okay.
Okay. So we are finding ways of dealing with it. And even one way is that, fine, you can beat the person, all right. Yet make the person look stupid. Because when you ignore them and you don't mind them, knowing very well that, because you see, when somebody wants to abuse you, it's not like, or insult you, it's not like the things they say about you are true. Just that they want to hurt you.
Some people like some people, if they insult you or abuse you and you ignore them.
I'm listening. Your network is bad, please. I can't hear you. Yes, there's somebody is talking. Rahim, your network is bad. Okay. Now the last one. Cases. Those from the north. Let me see those from the north. Where are you? My students from the north. Gabriel.
Yes, sir.
Yes, your hand is up.
So I want to talk of a case.
Mm-hmm.
Case is generally understood as a spoken word or invoke declaration, which is believed to bring harm or limitation or misfortune or negative consequence upon a person, not only the person, but the family, the land, or the situation.
Okay, good. But my focus is not just, I don't think any examiner will ask you what's a case.
Okay.
Or what's the manifestation of a case.
Okay.
But what makes people case? What makes people case or release cases on others? And how do you deal with cases? I think that's what our focus must be. So what are the reasons why people case? Yes. Let me get lady. Somebody from the north. No. Okay, I want somebody from the north or the voter.
Sir.
Akwafu, where are you?
In Sawam.
In Sawam, the hormone kesi me baby a kesi no. I'm a Voltarian students here. My Voltarian students, are you here? Oh, they won't mind me. Okay. Western. Yes, go on.
People curse because
Where
of
are you?
anger. No,
Where are
Fadila.
you?
No, Fadila, Upper
No.
West.
Okay,
Anger and frustration.
Anger and frustration.
And fear and jealous look curse. Fear or jealous.
Hey.
Yeah.
Father, to and more than you, because you are angry and you are jealous about somebody, you curse the person. No, this one they won't buy it.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Obi nipa ni yawa de na obufu bebre a. I mean, ebetimi am wa kese nipa.
Okay. But you said you didn't say if somebody causes you to be angry. You just said when you are angry and jealous about something.
If anger or frustration.
Okay, that's fine. Yes,
So
the somebody. Okay, somebody also somebody was calling. My people from Western.
Hello,
Western
sir.
region. Yes.
Western region, Sir Michael.
What?
Yes.
Present.
Hello, sir.
Go on. Why do you curse?
Okay, we curse out of maybe when somebody's desire for control or revenge. Maybe you have done something to hurt somebody so badly, and the person is out of control. The person can seek revenge in other way by cursing you. If if he hasn't have anything to do to you, the only way to revenge is to curse you.
Okay, Almighty Ashanti region. Ashanti region.
Yeah.
Yes, Naomi. Why do you curse?
So, some cases when like their things, their items get missing,
That's one. Yes.
and also when sometimes even when someone insult them that they are smelling, they can curse you.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Okay. Now for this topic,
Some of us
I
have that, so we will be.
yes, we are about ending. So on the platform, okay, we are going to do two things. One, reasons why people curse. I want 4 reasons why people curse. Put them on our WhatsApp page. So not individually, the various center by center. Reasons why people curse. 4 reasons.
Okay,
And
sir.
then
Okay, sir.
the effect of curse. That 1 to 4.
Ah!
So 4 reasons why people curse and 4 effects of curse. Just put them on the page, center by center. Okay, and I'll review it. Okay, so let me say good work done. We are done. But let me remind you again. I said I need a list of all students so that you can give you your questions for your presentation. So we are done. Good morning. Enjoy the other class and then be safe out there. You'll meet at an appropriate time again.
Thank you.
Okay. All
Okay,
right.
thank you, sir.
You are welcome. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Yes, madam.
Please,
I'm listening.
always on the book.
You still said the
Pardon?
best one.
Suez center always is in the book.
You have pasted it
I can't hear
the
what you
best
are
one.
saying.
Suez center always our list is on the book.
Your list is already, yes. So if your list is already here, fine.
We
But
pasted it in the book.
that's fine. Into omo for omo de ma ye na make us omo some camera.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Bye.